All right. How's everybody doing today? You are live right here with On the Couch with Chris. That's my little segment. I'm your host, Chris. We'd like to thank you guys very much for really just supporting Heal Mind, Body, and Soul, our new Facebook group. It's really spreading. I got a bunch of quick news and notes just for you guys before I introduce Ken here, who I'm very, very excited about introducing you guys to. I truly think he's got a lot to share with you, a lot of healing tips, highly trained. So I'm excited about introducing you to Ken and kind of turning the floor over to him. But before I even get into that, just want to go over a few things with you guys. Friday, we have Paul joining us on the show, and Paul is recovered from a major car accident in which he had to learn how to walk again. So the bravery of him just coming on to share his story, and to anybody that's been through anything hardship-wise knows how hard it is to share your story. So we're excited about having Paul come on the show. On Tuesday, I'll be releasing an interview with Heather from Sullivan Acupuncture. She is a wonderful human being and has tons of knowledge to share with you guys on how acupuncture can help your healing process. We have on November 12th, a practitioner, Jennifer Ellis Schultz, who is wonderful. I just met her, but she is wonderful, who has tons of knowledge on how to heal from many different illnesses that she even suffered from herself. And then on November 20th, we have Jason Sosa, who runs the Healing Floxing page. So like myself, people who have been floxed by a medication, a poisoning from ciprofloxacin or Lavaquin, other fluoroquinolone toxicities, this is really going to inform you guys on a lot. Jason knows a lot about a lot. So I'm excited to have Jason on November 20th. So please share these videos, stick with us. And just a little bit of background about myself. I'm suffering from fluoroquinolone toxicity. And Ken has joined us today to hopefully just anybody that's suffering from an illness or just wants to, he's going to do a much better job explaining what exactly Tai Chi and martial arts do for your healing process. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ken Ning. Ken, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much, sir. So Ken, your background is very extensive, and before we even go into it, I just want to tell everybody how much of an awesome person that you are, and I'm excited to have you as my first guest. Yeah, really, this man is kind, he's great. So, what made you, because you have 28 years of practicing martial arts,
yes.
What made you, in 14 years of teaching, is that correct? And what made you start this journey?
I love the benefit from Tai Chi, so that's why I always have a passion from martial arts since I was a young child. I mean, when I was about 8 or 10, I watched some kung fu movie.
Yeah.
And then with Jackie Chan, Jet Li, I love it, and I fall in love with it, and then I've been doing that since then.
Wow.
So
nice.
now, and then I've been practicing Tai Chi for over 23 years now.
Okay.
So after about 8 years, my sifu said you should start teaching. We're going to also help you to learn better. And besides that, he says it's good to share the benefit with the others.
Definitely. Yeah. And now you're trained in before we even get into the Tai Chi part, you're highly trained in martial arts. And I read on your website that you are trained in Chin Na.
Yeah.
And one of the things that it said that it can do is lock up your opponent's
the
joints and your muscles and all that stuff. And I kind of want you to ask you to maybe demonstrate a little bit, but I'm also very afraid of you at this point. So what exactly is Chin Na, and what kind of...
So Chin Na is more like used for in like, for example, like military or police officer when they're trying to control the guy trying to harm other person or harm people. So my teacher was my uncle. One of my uncle, he came back from the Chinese military. So when I was young, I was interested in kung fu and martial arts. So he said, I can show you some.
Yeah.
And then when I was around 10 years old, he showed me how you can do, and then showed me some training. So and then so like it's really good. Like joint lock. Have you seen a lot of people seen the movie like with like the Aikido with Steven Seagal?
Oh, yeah,
it's kind of similar to that.
Okay.
It's like that. So
Nice. And so then what kind of processed you into moving into Tai Chi and, kind of going down that route as well?
Yeah, and after I came here, I was close to 12 years old when I was from China to United States.
So you moved here when you were 12?
Yeah, close
Okay.
to 12, like 11 and a half. And then after that, when I come here, when I go to learn the other Chinese Kung Fu called Hong Ga,
Okay.
and a lot of the kids is bigger than me, so like for me to compete with them, so
Yeah.
it's not as easy. So like I always like have to work extra hard to reach the same level as they are,
Sure.
because the strength level is different and everything is different. So when I was in high school, like I was close to 18, I experienced with a teacher, with the Tai Chi teachers, and he showed me that Tai Chi is not only just with force to force. You can redirect, and you can use it to control your opponent, like with even much bigger, body. So like, and then
after I lost 40 pounds, I really need you to.
Yeah, and then I find that very helpful. Like, and then like Tai Chi is very, very efficient. So Tai Chi Chuan, let's go. Just a really basic.
My son is.
Yeah.
You're moving the camera around. Go over there, buddy.
Yeah.
My son is jumping around and the camera's zooming.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I have kids, so I understand. So like Tai Chi Chuan actually means like Tai Chi actually means like ultimate. Tai Chi means ultimate.
Okay.
So fist is like Chuan. Chuan means a fist. So like Tai Chi actually is a martial art when they first created. Yeah. So
nice.
And then later on more into health purpose, because people start practicing differently. So more like slow, more even. So like kind of finding the balance between hard and soft.
Okay.
Yin yang balance, those things.
And that's what I was gonna ask you, because I know you're highly trained in the Yang family. Would you say version of Tai Chi or?
They call it like my sifu is the 5th generation from the Yang family Tai Chi.
Okay.
So like he learned from a different family, like the Chen style. So there's like 6 different styles that is close to each other. So like the Chen, Yang, Wu Hao, Sun and her style. So like they're all kind of similar. Okay. But also different at the same time. Like the theory, the philosophy is very similar, but the movement is different.
Okay. So, and Ken is going to demonstrate in just a few minutes. He's going to demonstrate just some Tai Chi for us on healing and movements. And I was in the Mayo Clinic for 28 days straight and 10 hours a day. And one of the things that we had a set schedule and we did Tai Chi 1 to 2 times a week. And what I found beneficial for it was energy, like kind of bringing in energy and movement. And especially when you're suffering in chronic pain, or just depression or whatever it is, or you just want to exercise. It's good because it brings in a lot of subtle movements, but it seems like your body is always moving with a purpose. Yeah. So I guess just looking into that, I know, is that different then? Because you are also trained in, and I might say this wrong, but Qi Kong? Yeah. And what is Qi Kong exactly?
Qi Gong is like, we call Gong, could be like work, right? Or like Gong means like work or like effort. So like training. So like kind of training. Okay. Qi, a lot of time we refer to air. The oxygen that we breathe in, the air. And then where we train to the body, to the breathing, so we turn into energy also, like that's we call the vital energy, so the core. So no matter what kind of human being we are, we still need air, right? Oxygen to live. So that's why, so Qigong is important. And so like from the breathing, it helps us to improve the blood flow and improve our breath, so we can controlling the easier to know awareness or the surrounding, our body movement. So like for the breathing, the air can go. So even very simple is like when we are breathing, right? You breathe in, if you hold the breath and then you breathe out, it also can help us to calm the mind. And also balance the qi, because of the qi, when we are holding the breath, like the blood will flow, because the brain is the most important muscle in the body. So when we hold the breath, so the body will send the blood go to the brain first. So it keeps us the energy flow up there, and then when you breathe out, so you kind of relax the tension, because when we are holding the breath, the body was like kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why
yeah,
coming in? Like
100%.
that, so that's
and the
one
people
of the
that
things,
do meditation was something that I preach all the time. Meditation and breathing techniques is so big for your body. You can actually feel the tension release from your body. So I completely am with you on that. So I guess in a minute you're going to show. I see we have comments. I wish that we could read them. I hope this is coming through. Is it? Can you guys give us a thumbs up? Is this coming through all right? I see we got people. Maybe there's people coming and watching, but how can people find you? Like if they wanted to come take a class with you or look into your website, and how could they? The floor is yours. Promote yourself.
A long story short, so my name is Ken Ning, so you can go to my website called wujiarts.com. So it's like, and www.wujiarts.com. And then there's have a contact information. You can contact me, or you can just like go to contact Chris and come find me.
Definitely. And Ken, like I said, Ken is a wonderful guy. He teaches a lot of classes. So if you're local in the area, please find Ken, reach out to him, thank him for this video. If, after he shows you guys, if you have any questions for him, I'm sure he's willing to answer them. He's also in our group. Again, that's Heal, Mind, Body, and Soul. Feel free to ask Ken. So without further ado, Ken, I'm going to give you the floor, and hopefully you can show some people some things.
Yeah, so like, for example, Tai Chi can also done on a chair. So it doesn't, we call Tai Chi is more like the mind, a body. That's what you were talking about. Body, mind, and spirit. It's pretty much like talking about soul, like soul. Like a lot of time when we talk about the mind, body, and spirit. We talk about the warrior spirit, kind of like readiness. This awareness of the surrounding and ourselves. So we are more like focusing on ourselves. Like when we do Tai Chi, the mind is our mind. So the body, we kind of work together. It's like, so we can do together. So I can show share. So like, you can just keep your arms on the side. So keep your
real quick. Tyler, can you just see is the feed, guys? Is the feed coming in good? Everybody can see this.
Can you hear okay too? Right?
Let me just make sure. I gotta walk with this walker here. All right, can everybody see? All right, good. I just want to make sure. Walking is very difficult. Don't make fun of me.
The audio is good too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So, all right. So, go ahead, Ken.
So, So first, we call the pump energy in Tai Chi. One of the like the tire, right? When you pump air to the tire, it can hold up like a couple thousand pounds, right?
Okay.
Because when the tire is flat, the car will be like lower down. So that's why in Tai Chi we say in the beginning, this mind. Just like get yourself comfortable, like keep the arms open, keep the joints open, so it helps the blood flow. You can feel the tingling all the way down to your fingertips. So when you rotate your hands, bring it up about your shoulders high, so you can just bring it toward you. It's very easy. You can just push it out. Exhale going out. So inhale and exhale, pushing out. This one just very simple, just like it is. We call push out. Your finger looks really good. The finger is still flexible. The joint, all the joint is flexible, including the elbow, shoulder. We extend, but we don't stiff.
Okay.
So just like pushing out. Inhale coming in. Exhale going out. So usually we breathe in with the nose and breathe out with the nose. Tip of the tongue touch the roof of your mouth. Teeth gently touch. And the lips gently touch. So and then also slightly smile, and then without showing our teeth. That's one of the things. It helps us to create more saliva in the mouth, so we don't get thirsty that easy. So that's one of the movement. People can do it 10 times at the time. They can do 20, or even my sifu he would do like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So just like one of the breathing exercise, the qigong, we call the breathing effort. To translate direct for easier for people to understand it, from Chinese to English. So we call it breathing effort. So like that, the more we do it, the better we get. So we can be more master. So like that's
and it's funny because I know like what you're explaining a lot breathing, and when you're breathing, when you're filling up your belly, when you're breathing, it oxygenates your whole body. So it's really important that when you guys are doing this to focus on your breathing and to make sure that you're doing it properly.
Yeah, and then so for people doing it for a while, they can also do a little different too. So for example, when I come back, I hold my breath for a little bit before I even push it out, so I can do it slower. So especially when we're not talking, we're focusing the movement, we can control the movement and the breathing together. So we don't have to do it so fast or so slow. It really depends on each individual. If you can take a deeper breath, you can use it hold it longer. So you can, like do it slower too. So this speed is in the beginning, just like do the comfort level. When you get better and better, you can also slow it down to make it slower, take a deeper breath, and like that. And then also, and sometimes we also call when people usually get better, and then we also call it lower diaphragm breathing. So like, it's kind of lower diaphragm. So we're focusing, contracting the stomach as well. So like we breathe in, so we just relax the stomach as much as possible. We try to suck in as much air as possible.
Sure.
And then we breathe out, we slightly tuck it in toward the spine. So we squeeze the all airs out. So it's also have the benefit of contracting the organs. See, when I'm moving the stomach, so we call it internal massage. By doing the breathing exercise. So that's one of the things we do. So another movement we do, like we go going forward, and then we can do some going up and down. So for example, we're here, so we rotate the hand, back of the hand facing up. So same thing, go up, inhale. You can reach up, you can also stretch your arm if you want. You see that right here? And when you go down, press down, exhale.
I have issues with my shoulder from being flexed. But
so just go reach up as high as you can. Sometimes like people do have a shoulder injury, so they can go very high. So like also we encourage people to do the best they can. So if they cannot reach up all the way up, they can just do as much they can. So this also can stretching. When we're doing breathing exercise, the Qigong, we can still we call like a couple things we look at, where we opening the joints, or the joint is flexible, so not stiff. When it's stiff, means tense. We don't want to be tension. Also the muscle is flexible. So also you can see if I'm overextend my hand, you see the white, right? If the blood doesn't go flow through, if strong, I relax it, more natural, the blood flow through the whole hands. So that's why we don't want to tense. Also, we don't want to collapse. So this is limb, we call it, that's too soft and too stiff. So like in Tai Chi, we want to find the balance in between softness and hardness. So we want to be in between. We want to be flexible. That's going to help with
anybody suffering from like arthritis or blood flow problems, issues. So that will help kind of releasing that.
By doing Tai Chi, a lot of times Tai Chi and Qigong are linked together, because when we're doing the Tai Chi movement, we're also doing the Qigong too. We are focusing on ourselves, the mind and body. So also the mind is very important. Like a lot of times when we think, how do we connect the energy? So how do we use power from the universe? For example, the oxygen, the tree, everything is good. So we want to get that. So like a lot of these things, when it's nice outside, definitely do it outside when you can. But like even indoor, when you too cold or like too windy or it snows everywhere, so people can still do it at home. But it's like whatever we have time, we're saying instead not doing it at all. Even when we're busy, trying to find 15 minutes to do it, it's better than not doing it. So consistency also helps, because it helps the mind be stronger.
No, that's wonderful.
So there's a couple of those things, and then this is like some of the breathing exercises, and then another one I want to show is like open and close. So we do the movement, the energy going forward and back, and then we go like up and down. So there's another one I like to usually do is open and close. So it's just like open, expand. Since we're so close to each other, so we can, like, so for example, I usually try to expand as big as you can. So right here, so like the ball, like we say, a lot of time people like, what do you think about? Is that you can imagine that you are like the ball, like you pump air into it, like you teach like coaching, like
as you're breathing in and out.
Like imagine you pumping air into the ball, like the soccer ball or basketball. A volleyball, like, or even an exercise ball, so expand like that, going out as big as you can be, and accumulate. We call like receiving, like we are cultivating. So like, bringing more energy back. Toward the end, usually we grab the energy together, bring it back to the dantian. We call the lower dantian is 2 inches below the navel.
Okay.
So there's a chi field. We call it, sometimes we just call it short, like chi energy.
Nice.
Chi center.
Okay.
So,
okay.
like just a jar. When you collect more water, right? You pour water in, you fill up to the top, so you go to the whole body.
Okay.
So like that's the thing we can accumulate the energy, the chi. So that's why it takes time to do it, but people do it every day. The more you do it, the more you get. Yeah.
One of the poses that I remember, and I don't know what this would be, but is when we were kind of doing this and then transforming it into this, but kind of like what you're showing me here, it's like those subtle movements that you can just feel the energy and feel the. So could you give us maybe 1 or 2 more that would be a little bit more challenging for people that are in better health than I am, and yeah, I mean, and just show them what they can do.
Yeah. So for example, when I stand up is without the frame. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So like, see when I'm standing up.
Yeah, I'll move that so they can see you.
Okay. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. So like for example, like we do have a balance on one foot. For example, right here. So like this, we call this one a golden rooster stand on one leg. So it can be on either side. So left and right. So right here. So this like one of the poses we call the golden rooster stand on one leg. So like, and then we have like poses called parting wire horseman. And then we also have like white crane, spreading out the wings. So
okay.
Crane. So and then we have brush knee and push. So all like these movements. So right here we call holding the energy ball. So like in the yin yang, so one up, one down, right? You see right here?
Sure.
Can also use for self-defense.
Okay.
Energy can change, see here? And Tai Chi also can do slow or fast. See like right here, I'm gonna do a symbol. We call this a cloud hand. So waving hand like cloud. See this like very slow and smooth, but we can also increase the speed. See right here, I can do it fast. So you can do.
Nice. So that's your guys' homework. Next week you need to post a video of you doing what Ken just did.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of different movements in Tai Chi. Yeah. So there's only a few of it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put this back. Come back over slowly.
That's all right. Yeah, the mind toughness is more important.
Yeah. So, well, I just want to say thank you, Ken. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for showing. Actually, I should have stayed up there and waited. I don't know if anybody has any questions for Ken while he's here. We can't really read it, so unfortunately, I don't know if those are questions or people viewing.
Yeah.
But if you do, Ken is on the group page. Again, it's Heal, Mind, Body, and Soul. This is our first episode of On the Couch with Chris. We got a lot more coming up for you guys, but Ken is in our group, and Ken is always willing to share knowledge. And like I said, he does classes near our community.
Yeah, most of my classes are like in Lake County.
Yeah.
So like I teaching 12 classes a week, and then like 10 of them was in Lake County.
Oh, nice. So there you go for all you local people. Yeah. He's right there. Mundelein?
Yeah, Mundelein, Lake Forest, Highland Park, and even Daffville and area. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And Vernon Hill as well.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, you can kind of go all over the place. So hopefully you guys learned, like I said, you learned a lot about Tai Chi and the effects of it. Remember to keep breathing, keep focused, and like Ken said, it's training. It's every day of practice, even 15 minutes a day. Anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, also the meditation also really help with people. For example, like for people can be very active, so they need to sit. We always do this in Tai Chi. We have 4 different meditation. We have like moving meditation, like the one I just did earlier. When we're moving, we call this a moving meditation. It can move on the chair, so it even can move on the chair. Or we can move standing on the feet. Okay. We can. So that's we call it the moving meditation. Okay. And then we also have standing meditation. So for example, I'm standing right here. So this is called standing meditation, right? And then now, if people sitting, we can also do sitting meditation.
Sure.
So the breathing usually is the same. So we usually like the qigong exercise we do.
Mm-hmm.
We usually like to instead of like hunching back or leaning back, we want to keep the body upright. So extending the spine.
Yep.
Slightly tucking the chins. Usually the eye level is looking forward. So, and then we can rest the hand on the leg or the knee. So whatever is more comfortable. And then we're focusing breathe in and out with the nose, keeping slightly smile. By smiling, and then we already helping us to release stress.
Yeah.
You know, by smiling, because smiling also use left muscle, and then it really helps us to keep us more happier and easier in the mood. When the happier mood, it's easier to do
It's
things.
funny that the mindset, what the mind can do. Actually, at the Mayo Clinic, they trained us that, or taught us that just even fake smiling can present like a 10% increase in many factors for health. So, I'm with you on all of this. This is
and
wonderful.
then meditation is you just like close your eyes to rest more. So, you know, slightly smile, breathe in and out with your nose. Tip of your tongue touch the roof of your mouth. Your teeth gently touch. The lips gently touch. So and then when you're done, we also want to collect the energy, bring it back to the body. So we bring the hand together and collect the energy and bring it back to the dantian. So one of the things, usually, if people do meditation all the time, or like the Tai Chi master or Qigong master, a lot of time they are both.
Oh yeah?
A lot of time in the Tai Chi master, a lot of them they do meditation as well.
Okay.
So for them to do just 2 minutes or 5 minutes of meditation, it's pretty much equal to half an hour nap.
Oh wow.
So it's easy because they're doing the breathing. So we have improved the blood flow, we rest, we kind of feel refreshed. Sure. That's why a lot of people, my student is saying, one of my oldest students right now is 93 years old. He just turned 93 last week.
Wow.
So
good for him.
A lot of them, they were saying like they feel good after Tai Chi. They improve their balance. They also feel better. They have more energy by just doing Tai Chi. You know, in the beginning, some of them said it's the movement, you know, the coordination a little challenging, but it actually is good for. I tell them that it's good for the brain.
It is. It really is.
Challenging.
And when I did, and yoga's wonderful, but when I was doing yoga and Tai Chi, I found higher benefits for just me personally, maybe not for everybody out there, but doing Tai Chi, I found a lot more benefits to doing so. Yeah.
And one of the things about Tai Chi I want to share today also, we are focusing on the flow. We call the energy flow. In Tai Chi, that's why a lot of time in the beginning when we are learning, we're just doing the pose over and over, right?
Sure.
Repeatedly. And then until we learn the sequence and then we connect them together. One of the benefits we say is, so like the energy inside, like just saying the air flow, the blood flow, the air, the liquid, in the body, the fluid, it doesn't stop. Right? When we stop, there's a problem. When there's clock, there's a problem, right?
Sure.
So in Tai Chi, we want to keep the flow going, improving the blood flow, improving the air flow. That's why we're focusing the breathing, so in relaxation. So when it's tense, if we tense, we get tired really fast, right? If we are relaxed, not stiff, we can last a lot longer, right? So that's why I think in Tai Chi, you're focusing on that kind of breathing. Even when we're moving, we want to connect the outside and inside together. When you're moving, for example, my flow doesn't stop, and then when we're done with the form, we usually collect the energy
each time, right?
And then bring it back. Instead, let it go to the.
Show me this one more time, a little slower. How do I do that? What you just did?
What I just did.
Yeah.
Okay. So for example, like when we do up, right, and down, this is one that we call the beginning of the form. Yeah, and then back to the neutral position, and then bring your hand together. So left hand and right hand together. So you bring it back to the dantian. So that representing like accumulated energy that we create when we're practicing. So bring it back to the dantian.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually we also massage the internal organ. So like we massage. So also besides just the breathing, doing it by self, we're also physically using the hand to help.
To heal.
The same thing with the face, massage the face. You know, like the head, the eyes, all the part of the body that we need. If we need, for example, when my knee is a little sore, people can massage it as well. So we call like also Tai Chi also one of the prevent sickness, kind of like keeping the body healthy.
Sure.
So avoid that thing would happen to us. So this is a prevention. So one of the things we call self care.
Yeah. No.
Tai Chi, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, that's just. I mean, everybody at some point in their life is going to struggle with some sort of illness, and maybe you are now. Maybe it's a family member, a friend. But I promise you, the things that Ken is saying is going to help them, because a lot of what we experience in our mind and in our bodies, right? Like if you have pain in your arm, it's not just in your arm. It's your body is signaling that pain. And what Ken is saying is that Tai Chi is a way to naturally heal that progression of pain, because and I just talked about this today, is when your pain signals are lighting up in your brain, you need a way to calm that down. It's called central sensitization, and you want to make sure that doesn't keep flaring up. And Tai Chi is a way to meditate and to calm your body down and really just simplify those pain signals through your body.
Yeah, because there's also study online on Google. People can also search that. Tai Chi can also help with pain, chronic pain and things like that.
Yep.
Because I do the nerve system. When we are, the more relaxed we are, the muscles not tense. The nerve system actually helps improve that. So it slow it down. So that also easier than the pain. So people, some students have arthritis. When after the breathing exercise and the warm up exercise I do with them, they feel better after the stretch.
100%. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you to Ken again. We appreciate you coming in. Continue your journey of healing. Please share this video if you found it, you liked it. You could share it with your friends, family. And again, if you have any questions, concerns for Ken, feel free to ask him. Until next time, thank you guys, and continue your healing journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Chris, for having me.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Oh man. Let's see.
Alrighty, so